sometimes, you know what I mean, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about now. I was ready to...
You was talking about the beats.
Oh yeah, sometimes, I got some beats in my folder and shit, and some of the beats in my folder I ain't even playing so long, I be hearing it for the first time. Dropping it like this. Oh, you got the saturator hooked up to it, the ill-ass effects. One time for your mind.
Yeah, one time for your mind.
To rap about today. So we just gonna jump right in on it. Alright? Here we go.
Because what you have basic censorship. That's what this is. I mean, make no mistakes about it. That's what it is. And I've told people, when I said this in videos, it got black men upset because, again, they don't have the ability to really grasp this concept. But I made videos where I told y'all I will stand shoulder to shoulder with the Klan and with the skinheads, defending their right to say whatever it is they have to say. I will defend them. I will stand with them, defending their right. And when I made videos saying that, you have black men, you oftentimes, you'll sell out, how can you defend the Klan? It has nothing to do with defending the Klan. It has nothing to do with defending skinhead. It has everything to do with supporting freedom of speech. It has everything to do with supporting someone's right to say what they have to say and not having that shut down. And the reason why I will support their right is because I don't want nobody trying to take mine. So every brother that's on that list, every last one of them, and some of them I ideologically disagree with, but yet and still, every brother that's on that list, I will stand shoulder to shoulder with them, defending their right to create their content and not have that content flagged or removed because of some alleged hate speech, which is a very ambiguous term. I mean, it depends upon the person that's reviewing the content. It's ambiguous. You can create a video and 5 people can look at that video. 3 will say it's not hate speech, 2 will say that it is. And the reason why is because it is an ambiguous term that is left upon interpretation, and that interpretation comes from that person's personal experiences. So because there's such ambiguity around this so-called hate speech, this is what makes it a roll of the dice. So if you don't want your content, and this is what I told black men, if you don't want your content getting caught up in that, then you got to create alternative ways to get your message out, i.e. the rabbit hole. That's why I do it. That's why it's done this way. And again, I've had people criticize me. I never say anything. Because I know the play, I know the formation, I know the snap count. I don't know when they're going to run it. That's just like studying film for football. You don't know when they're going to run that play, but goddamn it, you know if you study a film, they're going to run that play.
They still running that play, brother. This is David Carroll, the late, great David Carroll. He passed away on us last year. He is my inspiration to do these videos that I've been doing. Because they still running that same play. They still, suppressing our voice and it has to stop. You know, it really does. It really has to stop because it is our freedom of speech. But you know, pages like YouTube is in on it. They'll block your page. Facebook, they'll block your posts. And you know, this is just one of the things that Mr. Carroll used to talk about. When was this? This was back in 2017. So we talking, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. When this gentleman used to share his posts, it'd be just him on his background or whatever kind of graphic he put up, and he'll sit there and talk for, how long was this one? 25 minutes, you know? And it's letting you know hate speech and censorship and how it correlates. And so come to his page, they still have it up, David Carroll. He has like 2 or 3 pages on here. And, you know what I mean? I really, really respect this man and miss him. Like, it was a getaway. Come to YouTube and hear Mr. Carroll spit that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help us achieve freedom, justice, and equality. So, you know, just one of the pages that I like to come on here once in a while and share with people who share that hip hop that, you know, they try to deny what it is, but we that's what we do here. We break down exactly what hip hop is on this page right here, on my page, and I do it from this space here that we call the metaverse. You know, it's a little more comfortable, you know, as y'all can see. So you're listening to the Neo Volo Show. I know it's been a little while since I posted something on here. Been taking my time. Because I'd rather give y'all quality instead of quantity. You know, yeah, I can do 100 posts and it'd be all on the same subject matter that they talk about on all the other channels. But I wanted to give y'all, I like to try to give y'all quality over the quantity. That way, you know what I mean? It's something that you can really reflect on after I finish, you know, the 10 minutes. And that's all I ask for is 10 minutes of your time. That's what I'm doing right now, setting the time limit for 10 minutes. And then, you know what I mean, once that time is up, it's on to the next show, you know. Got my hands up right there, number 1, 2. Let me get these. That's not, but what are we talking about today? Let's see here what we're talking about today. So here's the title screen. Welcome to the Neo Volo Show. Sell your soul or sell your I made this one about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was like, yo, I gotta come with it real hard on this 10 one. But I've been going through a lot of stuff on Facebook and it hasn't been inspiring me on YouTube, and that's what brought me to this page, you know, the latest one I just showed you with Dave Carroll, because it's the same thing going on. It's like it's more about, you know, hate speech, so they're going to censor you and cut you down, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you cut me down because I'm a man, and then they want to act like they don't know what you're talking about. You cut me down because I'm black, they don't act like they don't know what you're talking about. Because of my age, they don't know what they're talking about. Because of my, you know, sexual, you know, whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. But sell your soul or sell your This inspired me because what we're talking about over here is we in pursuit of these mathematical ideologies, which I started from here to, you know, to create this thing that we call in the tautology. I am the tautologist. And I'm here to help y'all understand this thing. So this is one of the first mathematical concepts that I introduced to help y'all understand, you know, binary thought, tautologies. We worked on the negation of, remember this, we talked about, you know, science and then science, not science. When the science is true, then not science would be the false. And vice versa, if science is false, then, you know, not science would be true. Then I even flipped it on y'all on some, you know, let's say that's Trump and that's Fauci. You know what I mean? And y'all can't imagine Fauci being not science. Fauci ain't science. I've been talking about that on my Facebook page. So what happened on my Facebook page, me talking about things that they don't want to talk about, they threw one of these on me. They restricted my account. So right now on Facebook, I'm still going through what I'm calling the Facebook lockout. Like baseball is back, but I'm still being blocked on my Facebook page. They keep saying my account is restricted, and what they do is they'll, I post something, but they put me at the bottom of the, popularity or whatever they want to call it or whatever. They put me at the bottom of the feed or whatever. I'm not necessarily at the top of the feed. So I can post a lot of stuff, but you might only see one of the things. And if I post just one thing, you might not see me at all. So that's what I'm currently going through on Facebook. And this is so fraudulent, it's fake, it's whack. You know what I mean? But it coincides with what they're doing, to us all over the place, and all different types of media, and all and how our freedom of speech is actually being suppressed. So last time I said I'm trying to break this down to just a 4x20. So we got 24 to delete. I'm just going to delete this one. I just wanted to share this with y'all because it was on here. And that's what I'm currently going through on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, I'm getting close to 600 friends. Once I'm at 600, I'm really not, pressed to get many more friends than that on Facebook, because Facebook is supposed to be just a family thing where you share the pictures of the baby or whatever, or their vacation, and they give it a thumbs up or whatever like that. I do see this YouTube being more of a space where we can get our true meanings and stuff out there. Like I'm saying with hip hop. My definition of hip hop is it's an American culture created by the children of the 1960 Civil Rights Movement. That's what we are. We are a product of that, and we here to, share our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with everybody so that everybody can achieve freedom, justice, and equality. So the next one I'm looking at, this one right here. All right. Do you think inflation is a political liability to the midterms? This is what this dude Peter Dodgy asked Biden, and Biden said, "What a stupid son of a bastard." Right? All right, so you're gonna use the word bastard. You know what I mean? Y'all know the other term with the B, bitch, right? So you a son of a bastard or you son of a bitch. That's, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, that's what's going on in my community, man. Where everybody's bastards or bitches and shit. And it's all the African American community. That's not really my community. My community is hip hop. You know what I mean? Yes, we are black people. Black meaning eternal. We brown people. Brown being strength. We red people. Red being courage. That's how we move with our colors. You know what I mean? Everybody see their colors in a different way, and he see black people as son of a bitches, demons. I said false educated demons. That's kind of feds, the feds, and how they blocking our speeches and stuff right now. And right now he's really out of control, because it's, while we as a black community is going, we need in order to fix this, we need money in order to fix these things that's going on in our community. Kids are getting killed, shot by other kids, and I mean, not let alone the police. You know what I mean? But he'll admit on stage that, police is killing the kids and y'all scared of that, but then be the first one to talk about funding the police, not defund them, or hold them accountable for killing the kid, or in Jersey where it was a white kid and a black kid fighting, and they attacked the black kid. They should be severely punished for that, but then that's not what he's talking about. Get them money, keep doing what they're doing. And now we start asking questions about it, and it's like, all right, what about here? And then he said, over in Ukraine. Now he want to talk about Ukraine and all the things that's going on in Ukraine and this and that and yada yada. And that's why this got to go right now, because y'all really not happening. You know what I mean? I'm really not understanding that right there. We'll delete that. All right, now the next one is going to be kind of hard. I don't like the way that this one looks. Where is it at? The Black Panther one. But it has my top 5 list, and I want to keep that on here for right now. So I ain't going to take care of that. I ain't going to take that on. The Sixers played last night. And the thing with the Sixers is, we lost to the Brooklyn Nets. And like I was saying on my Facebook page is, Ben Simmons is, forget him. You know what I mean? But I do respect Kyrie Irving. Now I'm gonna share something a little later on with Kyrie Irving and how, now people are saying they are so impressed with how well he played, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I always respected Kyrie Irving. My issue with Kyrie Irving wasn't what their issue is with Kyrie Irving. All of a sudden, they don't have an issue with him not playing at home. Now, my issue with him not playing at home is because they lifted the mandates, they lifted the masking. So you don't have to wear the masking, you don't have to have the mandates. So why can't he play? And now the governor of New York's want to say he still can't play until he get the shot, pretty much. Like, you're not making any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you the authoritarian? And the reason why he's not getting the shot is because there are adverse effects to the shot. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying all the people getting the shot end up dying. But yes, people get the shot, have adverse effects, and next thing you know, they have a heart attack. They get a blood clot, hit a brain hemorrhage, something to that nature. Because it's not 100% safe. They want to act like it's 100% safe. It's not. So if it's not 100% safe, you cannot impose your will to have him get his shot, to have him play when his natural immunity is fine for him. He's fine with it. Let him play the ball. You know what I mean? Let them be the best team that they can be. Now, they still got Ben Simmons, so they'll learn in the long term, because Ben Simmons didn't want to play at all because he don't like Embiid. And he's going to end up doing the same thing with them. Kind of like how Harden looked yesterday. But Harden, I can see Harden's playing the game of trying to motivate Maxey and all the young players to like, come on, y'all better than this. Y'all better than what y'all playing right now. You know what I'm saying? But they was triple teaming him, et cetera, et cetera. Harden, they'll get it together. You know what I mean? Because Coach going to get them together. Six is going to fix it out. Now, I went on a long rant and left it here because I'm going to delete this one. But this is what I'm talking about in relation to the negation of right here. In relation to this is the negation of. This is how it has to be. True, false, right? But when you get to this right here, this are you racist or are you anti-racist? These are both false dichotomies. I'm saying they both false. When somebody says they're anti-racist, what they're actually saying is that they're anti either white or black racist. It's one or the other. They're trying to make it seem like it's both. Racism has to have a direction. You understand what I'm saying? It's called racism in a form called white supremacy. Y'all want to start talking about black supremacy, and it's like y'all ain't making sense. Maybe thousands upon thousands of years ago when we weren't, wasn't any white, Europeans or whatever we want to say they come from. But this right here, this anti-racist, I'm usually finding out that people that say that they're anti-racist is usually also anti-black racist. So, like I was saying with the other one with Biden, it's like Biden acts like he cares about the black community, but he does not care about the black community. That's why Trump said, I'm gonna give y'all $500 billion. He's talking about $15 billion only to who? Young black entrepreneurs. Not the older heads that are the leaders, that should be the leaders of the community. Like, he's an old head now. He's the leader of the nation, right? So our leaders should be kind of older too, and not the younger ones, but he wants to feed the younger crowd because it's what? He's going to cause chaos. He'd rather cause chaos by feeding the younger kids, feeding the single moms, feeding everybody except for black fatherhood. And then when we say that, like, yo, we gotta help black fatherhood too, that's when he gets real hypocritical. He gets real hateful. So I'm gonna take this one off. And my timer's going off in the background. And that's how fast it goes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take this one off for now because I think y'all understand it. There are other ones that kind of correlate with it. This one here. So that kind of correlates with the racism and anti-racism, where you have the left and right wing. They both the same bird. Now we're going to start exploring, what's the true differences between leftism and rightism? You know what I'm saying? And which side is, say, Trump on? Which side is Trump on? He used to be a liberal, now he's a conservative, or conservative and liberal. and try to give it direction and everything, but that's going to be a political tick. I do want to add more talks about comic books and cartoons and video games and things of that nature. And we have to, I'm going to at the same time expose the politics they're using with that too. If y'all seen the movie The Eternals, a lot of politics going on that we need to address that correlate with what Biden's doing and what's going on in the church too, and what these scientists is doing. I rap long enough, you know. And did I get through? Let me see real quick. Last pit. No, not that one right there. This one right here. So did I explain that one? Sell your soul or sell your stuff? I guess. Because with Trump, it was sell your soul. It was like, like I said, he was willing to give us $500 billion. You know what I mean? But Biden's talking about some $15 billion, and now he's talking about giving $15 billion to Ukraine. He done forgot all about giving $15 billion to these young black entrepreneurs that we don't know who it is. Hence causing us to sell our stuff. You know what I mean? Just to get gas in our gas tank. You know? So that's just the state of things. And I'm gonna end it on that note right there. Thanks for your time. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna be back. I'm not gonna come as aggressive on politics as I do next time. I'm gonna try to, maybe introduce a video game that I'm playing or something of that nature, or even a record that I'm listening to. There's so much beautiful new hip hop that's out these days, and we don't talk about that. Instead, we talk about, giving Lil Nas X a chance to rap, or the boy that got locked up, what's his name, Smollett or whatever, you know what I mean? He got locked up for lying about being a hip hopper, being a gangster rapper, you know what I'm saying? And they're getting attacked. But, more on that later on. Once again, thanks a lot. And you know how I always end it. One, God